Entire neighborhoods have been flooded, and many homeowners are still concerned in the Kent Island area.
ABC 2 News' Cheryl Connor has been riding out the storm there for the last couple of days. Cheryl, the water's pulling back a little bit, right?
Yeah, it is, Jamie and Kelly. We are starting to return to the life that we know here on Kent Island. We now can drive across the Bay Bridge. That's number one. It reopened at 9 this morning after it was shut down for several hours yesterday, most of the day. And you can understand why. Wind gusts were up to 90 miles per hour yesterday evening. Just incredible. We were out here. I tell you, it feels good to be really steady on our feet at this point. We are in Kent Narrows and just showing you some of the locations here. And we were out in the neighborhoods and we were shooting some of what we saw across the area. We went into neighborhoods, we went into business districts, and Disco Don Harrison is joining us now live to describe exactly what we saw.
Well, a lot of the businesses, some are open, but a lot of them are closed. A lot of the parking lots, even especially by the marinas, as you saw, were full of water. The water breached over top of the bulkhead and it's coming there. That was in front of Annie's Paramount Steakhouse right at Mears Point Marina. So there's been a lot of problems with that in the restaurants, and then also in the residents. They've had a lot of problems with the water coming in. Off of Winchester Creek, there was some water that had come into the backyards. It came up pretty far last night. It's gone back. And you can see, if you look over my shoulder, this is the Kent Narrows here. Heading towards the north, that's the Chester River. Now, that 6 mile marker buoy you see right there, it's leaning away from us, and it's doing that because the tide is pushing it. The tide is coming in, and that means in about an hour or so it's going to be high tide here, and that's what they're worried about, because during the storm the wind was blowing from the north, pushing all the water out. Then it shifted around and now it's coming out of the south. Well, that's held the water in here, so low tide didn't flow out as far as it should have. And now it's up there to high tide. So they're worried about that. And,
well, you're most familiar with this region. They're worried, but I would say really within reason. They're expecting the water maybe to get close to their property. But what we saw throughout the day is water came up to businesses, to homes. It didn't go inside property like it did in Isabel.
No, Isabel, that was a catastrophe. And anything less than that is no big deal to them. And that's how they're handling this right now.
Okay, so life as we know it on Kent Island, the laid-back lifestyle. We're looking at Red Eye's Dock Bar.
You can't get any more laid back.
We're looking at Harris's Crab House. So starting to return to normal out here, guys. Queen Anne County schools will be back open tomorrow on a delay.
90 days late.
A school update.
We got a school update.
Thanks for the update. We've been waiting to hear from folks.
Imagine that. Maybe that'll start the trend. Hey, listen, schools. You got a lot of parents here wanting to know what's going on. We're 10 of 6, and we've only heard that Queen Anne's County's on a delay. Let's start getting the information out there, all right?
Good work out there, guys.
Come on.